Welcome everyone to the Moisky News for March the 17th, 2020. Today I would like to speak about the BBC and the TV licence. I have on this channel discussed it before. I do apologise if it is tedious, but it is one that intrigues me whenever it rears its ugly head. There were some changes due to come into effect on the 1st of June. These changes would have scrapped the free TV licence for a number of over 75s. Now this included, let's say, about 3.7 million people who were eligible under the former scheme that was introduced in 2000 under Labour. But the free TV licences for over 75s that were provided by the government was passed to the BBC as part of its last licence fee settlement. This provision is something that I believe the BBC were a bit unfortunate. We may have to do this, but sorry fam, you're going to have to start paying. That was their answer, I believe, exactly, word for word. Quote me. Understandably, there was a considerable outcry from quite a lot of people who were like, what? Over 75s, a lot of them, the majority in this country especially, can't afford much at the best of times and live solely on their pension and what little savings they haven't spent on their favourite grandchild. Now, this particular rule won't be brought back into effect until the 1st of August this year, giving pensioners 2 whole months of free TV. It should be noted that low-income households, when one person receives the pension credit benefit, will still be eligible for a free licence from June 2020, which is fantastic news for all of those people who are then stuck with terrestrial TV. Even though the money goes to the BBC, I can be sure most of them will watch ITV instead. Let's not debate semantics on who's the least biased, but it's not going to be the BBC. The reason, by the way, this has been pushed back is because, and to quote the chairman, Sir David Clementy, these are exceptional circumstances and now is not the right time. Because what you really want to do is give them 2 extra months of panic-riddled news coverage. There's a reason I'm not covering the coronavirus on this channel or the main channel, beyond mocking it whenever I find it an opportune moment. Today it's the Carlsberg virus, by the way. You're all welcome. If you'd like, name a really bad beer, put it in the comments down below, and if I've had it and I agree with you, it'll be the next one. I'm just going to reel through a list of them because honestly, Corona's not that bad. The reason the BBC are doing all of this is because they themselves have had to find savings. They've had to cut departments, jobs, up to 450 jobs in fact. So millions of pounds is required to be saved along with the cuts, and they then have decided as part of the settlement, oh whoa, what do we have here? People not paying for a licence? I know the government is trying to decriminalise it, the licence part that is, but let's fleece the pensioners while we have the chance. They won't be here much longer anyway, and those bastards voted for Brexit, which is legitness a reason for it. My view, by the way, regardless, let's just indulge the idea that the licence needs to exist. The word indulge is key there. Everyone should have a free licence. And you should be, let's say, sold off. Not because I don't believe in having free TV, but we don't have free TV. And to have a TV and use the TV, and of course streaming when the rules change, we have to have a licence. Got a licence for that? Are you mad? If I want to sit down on my phone or my Kindle and watch something, I'm going to watch it. I don't need a licence to have the privilege to be able to do that. If I want to pay to watch something, I'll get Netflix. In fact, the BBC should become like Netflix. Let's see how quickly the subscriber numbers plummet. Perhaps if you monetized your videos on your YouTube channels, you'd make some extra coin too. I'm not saying you don't, but I've yet to see an ad. It's possible your subjects are too controversial. Have you considered signing up to a network? So how does this tie into politics? Right. Well, Culture Secretary Oliver Dowden has come out and supported this by saying that he's pleased the BBC has worked with the government and agreed to delay the licence fee changes for over 75s from coming in and will keep this under review. It will be welcome news to millions of older people who don't now need to worry about their TV licence during this challenging period, most of whom I saw in Sainsbury's today. They all seem to be stuck down the cereal aisle on mobility scooters staring at Special K and asking, what is this? Why does it have honey? What is honey? Can my teeth handle honey? It is right that the BBC have recognised the exceptional circumstances posed by the Carlsberg outbreak and the need for the whole country to pull together in the national effort. If that were true, my local Sainsbury's wouldn't be near empty. Really pulling together, guys. In fact, the only food I saw that was safe was healthy. I can't imagine why. Although it did make my time easier. I needed protein. I got protein. The only thing I really wanted was Weetabix protein. Some tosspot took it all, didn't they? I know they did, because I watched them go to the self-service with the whole box. Twat. In 2018, there was a report that estimated that continuing to provide free licenses for the 2020 to 21 financial year would cost the BBC £700 million. What a shame. Maybe if you hadn't overspent on your Albert Square set, and by overspent I mean phenomenally overspent, wasted money on shows that no one cares about with ratings going through the floor, perhaps came up with an original idea and stopped creating trash, biased, nonsensical trash, then you wouldn't be in such a difficult position because your numbers would be justified. Or why don't you do the more sensible thing? Sell ads. I don't think the public will mind, because all we see are BBC ads, and BBC ads are generally about rubbish BBC shows that no one cares about. We know no one cares about them, by the way, because your ratings suck. As far as this going to protect over 75s go, it doesn't really, does it? You're just delaying by 2 months. Whoopsie-freaking-do. I personally and will always say the BBC should be defunded, and the privilege of watching these shows should not require a license, especially one that has gone up in price. With this, I'm very much interested to know what you think, so please do let me know in the comments down below.